The Newsroom is a TV show that aired in 2012 and it ended in 2014. It was only 3 seasons long. HBO, of course, did it, and as most of you probably know, I love HBO, and I figured I'd give it a shot for that reason, as well as, well, I mean, the news always kind of fascinated me, and it's also created and written by Aaron Sorkin. For those of you that don't know, Aaron Sorkin was a very, very famous writer. He did The Social Network, A Few Good Men, Steve Jobs, and his directorial debut of Molly's Game. I really like him. I think he's a very, very, very talented writer. I love his snappy dialogue and overall dialogue where you have one person talking, another person will be like talking over. It's very realistic. It's very snappy and well written. And I was very curious about this show because I'd heard that, of course, he created the show. But I also heard a lot of things about Jeff Daniels' character. Like, there's a very famous video of Jeff Daniels' character, Will McAvoy, having a speech about why America isn't the greatest country in the world. And that is honestly what kind of made me want to watch the show, as well as obviously that was created by Aaron Sorkin. And it's kind of funny because that scene is in the first episode. So I was like, oh, wow. Like, I thought it was the type of thing where it was going to be like a serious finale, but nope, it was in the first episode. It's not to say the show isn't bad, though. I liked the show. I think it was well written. It was well acted. Jeff Daniels isn't the only one that does a great job. Emily Mortimer, who plays Mackenzie Mill, is in really, really good top form. She's not really in that much stuff these days, so it was really nice to see that she was in this, and she gave a great performance. Allison Pill, Dev Patel, Olivia Munn, Sam Watterson, they're all great supporting characters. I think that's the thing. This show is not only well written, but it has characters where it's like, oh, I know that type of person. Oh, I know that type of person in real life. Like, it's just so relatable. And it's almost like The Office, but like more serious and like, I don't want to say better written because I'd probably get like tomatoes thrown at me from fans of The Office. But like, it just feels more grounded in reality. I just feel like because it's focusing on the news during that time period. So it's like right as an event would occur, Aaron Sorkin would then write about that, and then it would appear on the show. I like that. I think it's really topical, and it's kind of like, oh wow, it's like a time capsule almost. So it's well written, it's well acted, and honestly, it's well shot too for the most part. But it's not like, I don't want to say showy because that makes it sound like all cinematography has to be showy, but it's the type of cinematography where you don't even really notice it. You don't even notice like cool shots or like, oh wow, that was really good lighting. I think it's best described as passable, as is the score. Like, they're both passable. This is honestly a show you just kind of watch for the writing, because you have a lot of snappy dialogue. If you like Aaron Sorkin style, you'll really like it. If you like good performances, you'll also like this movie. But I just kind of felt really distant towards, like, as much as I'm saying like the characters are relatable and everything, they're at the same time relatable but also kind of distant. And it's very hard to explain. I know it's like a complete contradiction, but it's like you understand these archetypes, but these characters aren't like past those stereotypes. Like, they are just kind of like fitting the mold of those stereotypes. And I think it could just be maybe some of the predictability, because even though the writing is great, there isn't like a lot of drama. There's not a lot of stakes in the show. That's not a bad thing necessarily, but I think with a show like this where it's dealing with day-to-day life stuff during 2012 to 2014, I kind of wish that there was more drama. It's, again, not to say this is a bad show. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed all 25 episodes. But at the end of the day, I just wish that there was more, stick to your ribs kind of drama that was going on. As well as at the end of the day, I mean, this show I'm probably going to remember best for the fact that it was Aaron Sorkin's first show. I mean, not that he wrote West Wing, but like that he got to write every single episode and got to even direct a couple and was the creator. I'll also remember for Will McAvoy, played by Jeff Daniels, like his excellent character arc. But everyone else, I just kind of felt like I liked them, but I just didn't think they were that deep in terms of character development. And it's very hard to explain, but if you watch the show, you'll know what I'm talking about. As far as which season is the best and which is the worst, I would say the first is probably the best, I would say. Although the second season, I think, I don't know, it's actually difficult to rank this show because I feel like it all just depends on what you're looking for, because I believe it's the first season that is like very left wing. The second season tries to focus more on the right wing. And then I believe it's the third season that tries to blend the two together, I believe. So it's interesting. I mean, it's a show that I would definitely recommend. It's just, don't have high expectations because it's a good show, but it's just not great, unfortunately. So nonetheless, Newsroom for me, I'll be giving it a 4 to 5 star rating, which feels like a hot sauce rating. It's the good old Louisiana Prairie Crystal hot sauce. I'd recommend it. Again, if you like work room related films and TV shows and like snappy dialogue, I think you'll dig it. If you want a deep show, you might want to look elsewhere, but it's good for what you're getting. So that's my thoughts on the Newsroom, though, guys. Let me know your thoughts. I think it's got a pretty big fan base at this point. It's kind of like a cult following. So let me know your thoughts. Did you really like the show? Did you just think it was good, kind of like me, and not great? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. And where do you rank each season? Comment section down below. And as always, don't forget the subscription, notification bell, and I'll catch you guys later.